Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make a carry tray using Fusion 360. It's going to be an essential tool for us to use because later on in years 10, 11 and 12 you'll be doing some of your own CAD drawings and preparing drawings for the workshop. So this is a great introduction and intro video in how to set it all up and get going in Fusion. So today, what we are going to get you guys to do is this. We're going to click on this link here, the serving tray, and this is our first project here. Gives you all the dimensions that we need for the project in this PDF document. So let's have a look at that. It has a cutting list here and has all the different joints. So what we're going to get you to do, we're going to use the same out border for this, but I'm going to get you guys to come up with your own design for the handles. Okay, so let's just close this and we'll jump straight into Fusion. Okay, and so we're going to end up making something like this in Fusion with a base, sides, and handles. Okay, so I'll start a new drawing here, so I'm going to close that one. And what we can do, I've actually made a few different versions here. Okay, so we'll start out by creating a few different components. So in here, let's create a new component to start off with, and we'll call this component side. The side. Okay, and go OK. So we've created a side piece. Okay, then we can just start out by starting to sketch it out. So I'll create a sketch on the front view here, and we know it's 483 long and 30 high. So I can just type in 480 long and hit the tab button by 30 high and press enter. So that's 400. That's the first part. Now what we need to do, we'll extrude that out by just clicking on the finish sketch and going to the extrude button. And we need to extrude it out by 12 millimeters. So we'll just type in 12 and then press enter. So we're starting to get to our first piece here. So like we just have a look at this in isometric. Okay, and now what we would need to do, we can create a new sketch on the top surface, and we can then do our rebate joints in there. So I'm going to just zoom in on one corner here and click on the corner there, and we'll just do that is 12 millimeters by 6 millimeters deep, because we need to go halfway in. Okay, and we can do the same at the other end. So we'll just go in here, click on that corner, and it's 12 millimeters, tab 6, and then press enter. And we'll just finish that sketch now, and we can zoom out. And what we can actually do, we'll just rotate around so we can actually see it. And I'm going to hit on the extrude button, click on that one, and we'll click on that one there. And we'll just drag it through to do a cut. Okay, so we've created our first piece here, which is good. Now, let's create a new, go back into our top document here, into this top level. We can next save it. Let's just go into save and we'll click save. Let's just call this wooden carry tray. Okay, and we save it in our E9 serving tray folder. So I've created a folder here, and we've got our first piece saved in. Next thing, what we can do, we'll draw another sketch off that, a new component, and create another sketch off that. So let's create a new component, and we'll tell it where to draw it from. Okay, well actually first we'll call it the end piece. Okay, and then it'll ask us where we want to start our sketch. So let's click on, we'll create a new sketch, and it's asking us, and we'll just do it on that face there. Okay, and what we can we'll pick up the dimension, or pick up the drawing behind. So we know that's 12 by 30. And we can finish that sketch, and we'll extrude that out. Let's extrude that out, and we need to make that length. I'm just going to drop back into the drawing here, into the other sheet. So it needs to be, the end rail is 312 long. Okay, so minimize that, and we know that it's going to be 312. So let's extrude that out by a distance. Actually, we're going to select it, extrude. We're typing 312. Press enter. So that's our side piece. Okay, which is good. Okay, and now we'll just press go back to the main drawing up the top here and go OK. Now, what we can actually do, we need to copy these parts out. So let's first of all, we'll go into the end piece here and actually just click on edit. We'll copy that. Okay, and then knowing that we're in the top level here, we can then right click and we can actually paste new. You can't do a paste new. If you're inside of this one here, it won't show up. You can't do a paste new. It won't allow you to do it inside of that. You have to go back up to the top one and then go down to paste new. So we paste a new one and we're going to drag that out. But we have to rotate this, and there's a reason why, and you're going to learn about this later on. We'll rotate that around 180 degrees and just go OK. And then we're going to click on this one here, the side piece. So we're going to copy that, make sure in the top layer and go paste new. And we'll drag that one out and we're going to rotate that around 180 degrees and go OK. Now, next thing, what we want to do, we want to align them. So there's a few different ways to get this to join together. So what we can do, the easiest way is to use the align tool at the moment. So we're just going to use the align tool and we're going to select, we want this surface to join onto. I'm just going to go around and we want it to join onto that end piece there. So let's just click on that and align that. Now the next one we want to do is align. We're going to go back up, modify, align again. And we're going to click on this surface and we want it to join onto this end piece here. So we're going to do onto this area here. So we're just going to click on that. So we've joined that together and go OK. So that's pretty well sorted out. Now, next thing, we want to create a base piece. So we've now got 4 independent pieces here. Okay, so we'll create a new document here. So we're just going to go up and go create a new component. And we're going to go to the bottom of the tray here. So let's click around the bottom. And we're going to name that the base. Okay, and click OK. And we need to then create a sketch on the surface. So let's click on that edge. Yep, just there. And we're going to capture the position for that. Now, what we can do, we'll just draw a box around this. So it should pick up the middle of that, which it has pretty well. And we'll just drag it out to the other corner. And it come up with that little triangle, which tells us it's in the middle of that. So that's constrained it pretty well there. Now we can finish that sketch and we'll extrude that out. Let's extrude that piece. Now we've got to make sure we collect all the pieces there. So let's just zoom in and make sure we've got all the area that we need to extrude out. We need to collect this little piece here as well. Okay, and that looks like it's going to cover all the area there. So just check that it's going over, because we're about to create a rebate into the next pieces here. So let's extrude that, and we're going to go in. We're going to extrude it in 12. We're going to go in minus 12 because the arrow is pointing the other way. So I'm going to type in minus 12 millimeters. And we've got our base piece now built. Now that looks pretty good so far. So I'm just going to zoom out now and have a look at that as the whole. So let's have a look here. Now there's a little problem here because we haven't actually created the rebate. We've just made the pieces to fit. So if I hide the base, you'll see no rebate there at the moment. See, it's still all there. So if I turn that back on, and what we'll do use the combine tool. And so we'll just go up here and use combine. So clicking on the combine tool, and our target body is, we'll make this the first one, the end piece here. And our tool bodies is going to be the base. and we're going to use it as a cut. We want to keep the tools, okay? So we're going to click on Keep Tools and go OK. Next one, we'll do the same thing, combine. Target body is the side. We're going to use the cut, and we need to use the tool body is going to be the tool body there. Keep tools, OK. Next one, rotate round, combine. Let's click on that side piece there. Tool bodies is this piece here, and go OK. Last piece around here is combine tool. Click on that piece as the target body. Tool bodies is this, and go OK. Now when I do it, you'll see a rebate appear. So if I turn that base off, you can see a nice little rebate, which is what we're going to have in here. Okay, so that's that done. So I'll just turn that back on. Okay, what I want you guys to do is just get up to that point, and I'm happy for this to be the lesson for today. We'll continue on with this drawing very shortly on the next video.